But first, is prosperity pushing out businesses in the heart of Tucson?
9 on your side's Craig Smith headed to 4th Avenue and found out how rising rents are affecting the businesses there. Craig.
Well, if you want to see a window into Tucson's personality, go to 4th Avenue. But after years of waiting for a boom to lift business in the area, the boom that arrived is in danger of busting the businesses that made 4th what it is. 4th Avenue has a special personality, a quirky character with shops and restaurants that strive to be unique reflections of Tucson. Just as giant construction cranes are casting a shadow over 4th Avenue, new construction, rising property values, and rising rents are squeezing some of the businesses here. At Irene's Holy Donuts, the owner says she was already leaning towards taking a break, but rising rents were part of her decision to close next month. She says her landlord gave her a discount to start, but it was always agreed the rent would rise to market rates, in this case, $14,000. At the 4th Avenue Coalition, they worry rising rents could kill the avenue's character.
Then what happens is a small business can't afford that, and then what happens is the chain that can afford it moves in, and then that starts to change the ecosystem here on the avenue.
Dee Dee Kanan says landlords might keep rents lower if Pima County reduces property taxes along 4th. Kimberly Flagg says her health is prompting her to sell Epic Cafe. She says her landlord's been great about keeping rent reasonable, and she sees other issues threatening small business on 4th.
Parking's a huge issue, so that would probably be the biggest thing. Signage is difficult. We're in a historic area. I know they don't want us to all have neon signs up, but having some signage to really let people know who you are, what you've got, to welcome them to the avenue, I think would be helpful.
4th Avenue is in Councilmember Steve Kozachik's ward. He says the city's backing off plans to tighten up parking on 4th and is using zoning to keep shops in new construction small enough for local businesses to afford.
We cannot compel a certain market rate. We can't compel you're going to keep your rents below a certain level. But we can say don't put a 40,000 square foot footprint in there where no local business is going to be able to afford that anyway.
Kozachik says state law prevents the city from controlling rent, and it would not be wise to try to control rent anyway. But he also says rising rents are a problem for more than 4th Avenue. They're rising across the country and affecting apartments as well as commercial property. Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.